On conference etiquette, it's important to come 30 minutes earlier for registration. Make sure you have everything you need prior to entering the conference hall, like your kit, meal stubs, conference ID or badge, conference program, handouts, and pen. Turn off or put on silent mode your cell phone. Observe seating arrangement, otherwise, try to get a good seat with a view of the main stage. Never take the seat at the presidential table or the VIP table, unless, of course, you're one of the VIPs. Refrain from going in and out of the conference hall. If you see familiar faces like friends, acquaintances, greet them briefly in a low tone and then proceed to your seat. You may meet them later and engage in a lengthier conversation. This is a good opportunity to network, so bring lots of business cards. Do not talk when speakers start making their presentations. When other participants are noisy while someone is presenting, request them politely to keep quiet. It is not appropriate to fall asleep in a conference or seminar. Participate actively during the open forum. Be polite when asking questions, and don't be cocky. Introduce yourself and your organization upon approaching the microphone. Ask only one question to give others a chance to ask their questions. In short, don't dominate. Thank the speaker for his response. It is impolite to react to a speaker and not ask a question. Avoid grandstanding. This is a spoiler in conferences. It is polite to applaud after each speech. Always keep your conference kits and valuables in sight. Remember, all kits look alike. Stepping out for coffee break, you must fall in line. Do not make a mess of the coffee or tea area. Avoid littering and spillage. During the lunch break, surrender your meal stub. If handouts are given later, fall in line to collect. It is impolite to stand up and leave when a speaker is in the middle of his speech. Accountants and executives travel also, so they may take a land transportation like a car or van or bus, or by air or by sea. So let's talk about transportation etiquette. Tip number 1, fall in line and wait for your turn to purchase tickets. As a matter of courtesy, give way to pregnant women, elderly, persons with disabilities, and adults with small children. Submit yourself for security checks. Offer your seat to disadvantaged persons, especially if this is public transportation. Always put on your seatbelt in the case of a car or airplane. Lock all doors and pull up all windows. In a car, don't engage the driver in a conversation. Don't change the position of the mirrors, that's in the case of a car, as they help the driver in observing precaution. Don't smoke, drink, or eat in the car to preserve the good smell and ventilation. Don't raise your feet on the upholstery or seat covers. Do not remove your shoes in the car. Heavy luggage should be kept in the back trunk of a car or the luggage compartment of a van or bus. Avoid touching any body part of a seatmate in the car or airplane. It may be offensive to unrelated female passengers. If traveling a short distance, it is best to sit near the bus exit and along the aisle. Do not litter the bus, train, car, or plane. Keep all trash and throw them in the garbage bin. When reclining your seat, forewarn the person behind you. Do not talk aloud, laugh boisterously, or make noise, as some passengers may be resting or sleeping. When taking a flight, always attend to your own luggage. Make sure you check in your own luggage. When checking in your luggage, keep distance from the person in front of you to avoid hitting them with your cart. Do not receive parcels given to you at the airport. During boarding, pay attention to the numbers being called for boarding. Usually, pregnant women, senior citizens, adults with children, and persons with disabilities, and some VIP passengers are allowed to board first. Seek assistance from flight attendants to lift a heavy hand carry bag into the compartment bin. But on the plane, you've got to move fast and take your seat on the plane. Avoid standing too long along the aisle as many passengers are boarding. Do not block their way. Put on your seatbelt during the flight. Turn off all electronic devices for a safe flight. Fall in line and wait for your turn in plane toilets. Always flush toilets after using them. If you're going to be sick or would like to vomit, use available sanitary or sick bags. If you are to release bad gas, proceed to the toilet. If you're taking a flight or cruise, always arrive at the airport or seaport 2 to 3 hours early. Traffic and check-in process are unpredictable. In a car, don't be a backseat driver. During emergencies, do not panic and wait for orders from authorities. Do not tamper or play with safety devices like vests or oxygen masks. It's a criminal offense to take them out or to play with them. Do not make pranks with airline, cruise ship, or airport personnel. It's a criminal offense. Take note of disallowed items in public transportation, like deadly weapons, pointed objects, packing tapes, liquids, etc. Do not argue with transportation personnel. If you have a complaint against any of them, politely address it to their supervisor or manager. Use the feedback form in each flight. In a flight, do not stand up upon landing as the plane is still in motion. They are still taxiing. The pilot is positioning the aircraft towards the designated terminal gate. Finance executives like CPAs are sometimes invited to an interview. This could be an interview related to an audit or an interview related to a job offer. Here are the tips for a good interview etiquette. Arrive 5 to 10 minutes earlier. Exchange pleasantries and business cards and introduce yourself properly at the start of the interview. Check seating arrangement. Observe good eye contact all the time, but do not stare. Maintain respect and diplomacy throughout the interview. If you have to provide a document, present it at the beginning. Answer questions direct to the point. Don't beat around the bush. You may elaborate briefly if you wish. Do not badmouth any person or company. Watch your body language because they say a lot of who you are or your intentions. Do not display too much emotion like excessive laughing, boisterously, rage, crying, envy, etc. Pay attention to the hygiene and grooming. Example, look at your wardrobe, the colors, the color combination, the accessories, and your makeup. Speak in clear, audible, modulated voice. Shake hands with and thank the interviewer. There you have it. That's our etiquette for an interview.